It took me a long time to figure this out. You probably don't need venture capital. And I figured it out the hard way. I raised venture capital for a company. We raised $3 million, and it went from being really fun to being really stressful. Um, Turned out okay. And I guess some people might say, well, it's worth it if you go through all the stress and you make some money on it. But it's probably not. We set out to raise $500,000 for this company. We were building an environmental inspection company that was pretty high tech for the time. And we thought we would need $500,000. VC firm came along and really liked what we were doing. And they said, just redo your whole business plan to require $3 million. So we did. And it was like throwing rocket engines on a tricycle. It was very stressful and just constant pressure from the VC firm to grow. And I think what ends up happening for a company that really isn't trying to take over the world, you're not trying to become a $10 billion company, you end up with a level of stress that you don't need. And you also lose a whole lot of your fun and creativity that goes into building a company. When you're building software products, you're building any kind of company, fun is important. It helps you be a lot more creative. It helps you take your time and find the right answers instead of forcing everything. So part of the reason why we're building MKS Ventures is to help other people learn that you can raise capital very effectively for a company that's not trying to become a $10 billion company. And in fact, it ends up being better for everyone, including the investors, because a very small portion of companies that raise venture capital actually make it. Only 0.07% of companies that raise venture capital produce an exit that makes money for the investors and the founders and all of everybody involved. So is that what you really want to shoot for? 0.07%? I mean, how lucky do you feel when you're building your company? But there are plenty of ways to build a very successful company with a smaller amount of capital. Maybe you raise $500,000, maybe you raise $1 million, maybe over a period of several years, you raise $2 or $3 million. It's perfectly doable, and there's a process that works for raising capital for startup companies that doesn't require you to go out and sell a bunch of the company to VC firms that stack on top of each other and make everything more stressful.